In the beginning there was
In the
nothing.
beginning, there was nothing.
All was darkness.
All was
Say.
darkness.
All was
Say.
darkness.
There was nothing at all.
There was nothing
Only
at all.
the mother.
Nothing at
Only
all.
the mother.
Only the mother.
She was ALUNA. She was pure thought without
She
form.
was pure thought.
She began to
without
think.
form.
She began to think.
The mother
began to
conceived
think.
the world in the
The
darkness.
mother conceived the world in the
The mother
darkness.
conceived the world in the darkness.
She conceived us as ideas,
conceived us
as we think out a house
ideas.
before we begin to make it
As we
real.
think out a house before we begin to make it real.
She spun the thread,
She spun the thread,
spinning us all in the
spinning us all in the story,
creating us
creating us in thought.
Creating us in thought. And then came the light,
And
and
then
the world was real.
came
And then
light,
came the light,
and the world
and the world was real.
I first met Shibalata when he was 50. I was 48. He's 70 now. Around 20,000 Kogi live here, the heartland. They have no wheel, no writing, and do not welcome strangers. They believe their job is to take care of the world. Shibalata is called a mama. It means enlightened. He's training his daughter, who uses the name Francisca. The mamas said they wanted to work with me because the world is sick and dying, and we have to understand that. They decided to abandon centuries of caution and warn us. I came to the Sierra Nevada in 1988. Alan Herrera working for the BBC. The Mummers said they wanted to send out a message.
I'm here. We all are here to give a warning.
The animals die, the trees dry up, people become ill. Many new illnesses will appear. There will be no cure or medicine for them.
They say that we mutilate the world because we do not remember the Great Mother.
That unless we do something, the world is coming to an end.
He has destroyed so much. Does he see? No. Understand? No. Start to understand, or what will happen? Right, that's it.
Then they waited, watched, and listened to nature.
A major earthquake hit Japan Friday afternoon, causing widespread
Earthquake predicts searing droughts, epic floods.
ماشي قبل أزواج مشتاق
هنقاق أغزق نيوي وبتشغل يوبا أنا أغزق نيوي سينز واسينز
نعم أقهي هنا لودي هناني أبي أخشى نقهناني هي تابخني هي أجيسة للنقول خنقنا هي نومني هي أجيسة للنقول خنقنا كوجوان في خنقا
شنا نالجن هاي سيجوي هاي سواما قوتشق شنا نالجن هاي صحيقة نيبوي
هي خاكينا ما نغضا وتيجي نستون قوتشق ناسن خاتو تيجي غنيميل Ai, Fransai, Ajucaia, e quase enganando o Ai, parecerente a Ajucaia, e quase enganando o
I'd stayed in touch for 20 years, but not been summoned before. In the meantime, I'd retired. I had no BBC helicopter, and a Cogi had learned to use a camera.
Sim. Ai, a Ajuca, Catim. É isso. O que seja generalidade,
They wanted to show our scientists the way nature interconnects, so together we constructed a plan.
ونجيغا نعيش خاقبون رانتشيريا ياج واشغون وانا نلوم خالدو نانغنيا اخنيكي نيوبا نانغ ماتشوغ
Hello?
Oh, hello. This is Alan Herrera.
Yes, hello there.
I'm phoning to confirm our order for thread.
Right, okay. Where will you want it delivered to?
This is something I need to discuss with the Indians. There is a real possibility that they may come to you to collect it.
call this the civilized world. It's a sort of joke. Here they have no address, no documents, no identity. They speak no Spanish, have no signatures. For them, shoes would break the connection between humans and the earth. Without shoes, you're not allowed to board a plane.
I think we're going to need 400 kilometers of gold thread.
400 kilometers, yes, okay, fair enough. Is that a fairly precise amount?
There's no way of being really precise about it, is there? I think the question is, how long is a piece of string?
Do come through and let me show you the machine that's made this gold thread, which I've made for you here. Now the thread is made by pushing a core yarn through a pipe here, and the wire laps around it, and it runs onto a reel at the bottom here.
Haba, Guchak, Kasak, She, Kalguashanga, Hadas Ranguanga, Hadas Kuanga, Nivun Kajani, Shibaksak Shagunanani, Nukane, Shizangake, Amma Aksha, Wakush Nilakana, Nanki, Kiga Hoja Kanjak.
It all seems so obvious to them. Places are linked by a black thread of invisible thought. Gold is linked to ALUNA, it never decays. But what's that to us? We arranged a meeting with a world-renowned astronomer to see if the Kogi picture of the universe can make sense as science.
I'd like to begin by asking the Kogi view of the world, how large it is and its form.
Ne, khana yak mokwa, nahi ikibenga, hat hameshgutuka, se, habas hatese, arlegets hatese, nigchiga, habase.
Their picture of the universe is never going to be yours.
No, because I have seen things that they couldn't possibly imagine.
But then what you talk about are things that the rest of the normal human race can't imagine.
It's not that complicated.
Well, I hear the words dark energy.
Well, dark energy is a recent discovery.
When you say dark energy, what are you talking about?
It's a property probably of space that we haven't yet understood, that makes the universe accelerate. And it's a mystery at the moment.
But it fills all space?
It fills all space. It could take another 100 years before we really finally understand what's going on.
iku kagune ay hay kaga akawa magwe iku kagune amma hay hatan yatain ka saka rumaya amma iku kana nasan hay eswama hatan pa ku chi wa kama gitsha rumaya amma chekwe enyeki agunga zaiga.
And these nodes are intersections with the material world and the darkness, is that right? I'm trying to understand whether the Kogi can grasp the idea of learning something new from an instrument like a telescope, the concept of discovery.
I think that their notion of acquiring knowledge is the opposite of ours. I think our notion is that each generation knows more than the one before. And theirs is that each generation knows less than the one before.
No sanguis na kaya. Sinanalji tohe ay jiktina chapana itungwa sungze na hiz na kahikine. Tungwa sungze. Saka eka ay makia tawahan wagitung ay gwasungze. Nugne chinilakana henki na hiki hiki na koy. Nee, al nas ki tung hana henyi iki hata hen chik kiyana abahana na kwal henyi ALUNA iki ne ma iki ne nizangu na kai tung wasungze.
Here he is in London learning completely new things that he couldn't possibly have imagined in his village. Most people would say that experience changes you, you know, maybe irreversibly. But I don't get that impression looking at the Mama. I get the impression that he has a vision and his purpose is to tell us that vision, and that's why he's here. What we see through the telescope, so this is a picture of a small part of the sky, and what we see is lots of systems of stars that we couldn't see without the telescope.
And then let's see him.
That's a star, yeah. That is one star by itself. Mama has found the one star in this, a single isolated star in this picture straight away.
That's
right.
But we cannot see it.
Why couldn't we learn from them?
Ai Fransai ajukahiga I quadringa nangulita ai parecerente ajukahiga I quadringa nangulita.
The Mamas set out to trace a black line along the shore, joining specific sites by the mouths of the rivers. These, they say, connect directly with locations on the mountain and are where they used to do their work before the modern world took over and changed things.
Enuk nature haba hate to hate.
The sites may have been destroyed, but that's the point of the journey. The gold thread will be laid. The hidden line will be revealed.
Zunqagaykuan kanana el suama sulbaqa heka gazabiqa hukumaj navguji wannuqa suama navqa heka faqaquqa neqaygaki hanye en yaga guga kuna laqsa ku kia pega pana hanye e nuqsuzwa ekiga hen ijbi qazabiqa
Eswama means place of authority. The Kogi believe that's how nature operates. Eswamas in the mountain have direct linkage to places on the shore. The Kogi told me before about token objects they exchanged between the mountain and the shore, but I'd thought this was symbolic.
Nasahai Yubakaja Nofuga Peka Zabi for the Habahanga Kasaga ALUNA Shudamas and Kawashi Gunda Peka Zabi. Nasigiki Eni Sugi is also no Chaka Eni Shulamana Jigonegateka Loka. Sigiki Nas Ekinana Sugi is in Suleel Kaloka.
Higa hinga ALUNA hangote hika zingaju nuka hangote
Mixing the burned, crushed shells with water produces lime. That makes a paste in their mouths that Kogi men say connects them to the source of life. That paste is rubbed off the stick onto the top of the sugi.
Nogana Twajawa, the Swinuka a begetek logacheke, ALUNA any Shudamaga going. Nogana Twai, the Swika Kaltamba a go take which Shulama Kalte, Akajuka go take a look.
Any a nugnazum coina sugi. Are the Hachijinki Nokshi. Gochekika nuka wakwadika kuha zuka achakwadika kuha khanudige bazingaji nukachi nokshi
I just want to have a no guy. I have a Kamata Vino gang.
Maybe in the Kinal Guan. Dovakose Kurguan, Washington Hade Yo Katsabi Hanane. Nay Hina Nazi Kayaki Mayla Kashangapana, Akipana, Nuk Akuchake, Kanapana, Guha.
Nasinga kihnya bega tsena nenya am agwa ga tagatai jos nga bichakhay amakhina
Tiga Sabchak Miaje Sadzi no Hatunk Konki Mokwak Verde Ki
de Ai, ai. Ia chaco shizai. Vebia.
Ai namag na dajamag je enka ai amma hana shamag naqe. Ai qaqwamag naqe. Twa. Ai znqa ai snahanguna na igana laki. Ai nagna ai amma qawish ko. Toqa ai znqa china na laqane. Aqe enki hiki ne aqgen. Aqene na laqane toki.
Why they want younger brother to see this? What is the point? What do you think younger brother will... How will this change younger brother? I don't understand.
Toguche ai ungwana denki to ai kiget iki akoje a chiget to ai gwabash gabani gabanam ne kage kiget heki shaku khagba qalga arminga kinani adanya de tomshanga zunga tsakhe ai nu seginga ne mi haba ne gwa makshi kiget ikia ku khaga gwa de jini kisaki ko da kwaji eji au khazik wa shi ne laqana hangwina tomshanga kada.
I just can't see that what happens to one specific site is echoed in another miles away. But the mamas say understanding that is the key to healing the world.
Dr. Camilo, you have been working as a doctor in the Sierra for many years. You have got to know the Kogi very well. You've learned a good deal about them, I think.
Desde hace unos 35 años.
Are there things that you have seen a mama or mamas do that you have thought only a mama could do that?
Sí. Por ejemplo, hay un ejemplo que es la cuenca del río Huachaca, que fue una cuenca que fue deforestada por los cultivos ilícitos, después la ganadería se acabó prácticamente, hasta que se las entregaron al cuidado de los indígenas. Y no hace mucho, eso hace 20 años. Hoy en día, caminar uno en esa cuenca es una cosa completamente diferente a como era en ese entonces, que eran potreros, los ríos secándose. Hoy en día son bosques, animales otra vez hay en cantidad, el agua. Son cosas sorprendentes. El problema es que no son consecuencias inmediatas.
Jacinto, what is the plan for today's filming? What do you want to do?
Si vamos allá en ese sitio, los mamos van a estar conectados con los sitios sagrados de la parte alta.
I'm sure all this is very interesting for you. I thought that we were the Kogi wanted to explain that the world is dying because of our actions, and they wanted to make this plain and clear at certain sites along the Black Line. So far, I have seen nothing to indicate that the world is suffering or the world is dying. I have seen nothing to indicate that what happens at these places on the Black Line has anything to do with the health of the world.
Y entonces de pronto ahora yo les voy a decir a ellos que cada uno ponga su yatco para consultar, porque esa es la acción que tenemos que demostrar que sí, verdaderamente tenemos conexión con la naturaleza.
I agree that it would be a good idea for the mamas to consult and think more about what they're doing and consider how they communicate with us, because they need to show to us that they actually do have something to say.
To show that places on the coast are connected to places higher up and directly affect them, we really have to go up the mountain and see the connection.
The lakes that are found high in the mountains are linked to the sea. Bubbles appear in the water, and the bubbles make the connection. That is how we communicate with the lakes and the sea, and with the mother. The waters speak.
The waters speak.
Inagani khadjigash enahi finajkhana ji amagba natum khagujikh nan mai to e mujigba abanu khaudin gujikhana abanu khaudin gujikhanja nadagali nakka khaygan koy alen to guna habaza qatobal hey kizna kuwanki nani ko yaga yabazin kwa khadjiga ay hakika taji zna konne to na lagali nak hay amma bayka ti ite nauni nani ne to no jiga ko to bala kinu kha abayan gu haba hangu gaw na manja ay àwọn yakbay nan gonne na manja nam مولاتو موزيكا باش قباش كوا شوي أتشا من قدي يا
I'm sorry, but the bubbles don't speak to us. We have to see the connection within this one.
Jacinto, ¿qué hay? What is our first possible date for going up the mountain?
Y entonces, última hora que vimos, hay unos grupos ilegales en la Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta. Ya saben que van a subir unos grupos de gente extranjera. Entonces es muy peligroso para nosotros.
Right. Obviously, we must cancel. We can't take the risk of going anywhere dangerous. How long will it take him to get up there, find things out, come back down again?
We dare not fly up the mountain, even though we have a helicopter for the day.
ويا خوا انشي ايزو كيبو دمينا لكي نغنى تسانكدا مربعتاتشي ايزاتشي مقالاتشي مقلاكوتشي اي ويا خوا زاجمي اي اغات مهنجين داكي تدوى بعدين شو هنوتنو وشكتو كتو زي خدزقاي جانغوا كيروكودو كينكي زاجيموتشي
The indigenous tribes are so alarmed that they walked for days from communities on the world's highest coastal mountain to reach this site on the shore. Developers have dug a trench to drain the lagoons here, mangrove swamps teeming with life. The construction company says that building a port here is necessary for Colombia's growing mining industry and will create 5,000 new jobs.
Es un plano del esquema de ordenamiento territorial del municipio de Bulla. El sitio que ellos llaman Jucurba está a 12 kilómetros del occidente de esta línea. Aquí no existen zonas de pagamento, no existen comunidades indígenas.
Usted que no conoce, nosotros somos dueños, estamos reclamando. ¿Y qué hacen tú?
Bueno.
De años no, de 500 años por allá.
Yo lo respeto inmensamente.
أما هني يقول قلت ساينك جازم يخبرك بعد وتشغزنك ني خلاشاني ناخذك مرتلاشاني ناخذك قاقشاتاشاني ناخذك نغلا بعد Hawas gato na kang kamang. Gato na kang walukong. Bunay na hay kuki. Ni khawijen hagle khay ni mama khuzza binga gule gugada khane ni ai hawa khagi sunga ne hi ni atol sam khale appa. Engo kocha gugu kide.
¿Por qué estamos acá?
Nalang ni khadagatanan ni man ahu khakut mo kun naki ni nafshaqti ha zagwasha naski hekinu khana malay tung sai shizak akaygi zagasha heki kaga hai hatakoi maile mijia huji migaganga Kagen mitigwa kushija shuija tuwa. Ngocha sai matu enjini ni zabat tukane hinak shahi nalzgana. Okay.
Well, it's a beautiful day down here on the coast of Colombia, and behind me there's the snow visible on the mountain peaks of the Sierra Nevada. And it seems that the guerrillas have melted away like snowmen. The army is saying that they'll fly us up. The only problem is, this is the third day we've been waiting for the army helicopter because the weather has been lousy. So, our schedule's fallen apart. We're not at all sure what we're doing or how we continue. We hope that a helicopter is going to turn up today. It looks very good here, but apparently the weather where the helicopter is taking off from isn't so good. So, we'll see what happens.
With nothing else to do, the mamas have time for a Caribbean beach party. But they also consult the bubbles.
Huachacas caja. Aina. Heka hakibat heka hulune ki heka. Mkwai. Ya enga hokatukwa hokajahuka gunai. Nature. Habaga kutuka. Tsakangi hichi haba.
Mamas have restored the forest upriver, but at the estuaries, professionals are in charge.
Aman, I would like you to explain to the mama what your view is of damage to the river estuaries.
Yo soy biólogo y toda mi vida trabajé con peces de agua dulce. Los ríos sí son como una unidad, pero es una unidad que fluye, que se mueve, pero se mueve en una dirección. Y hay ciertos efectos que son muy claros de arriba a abajo, pero hay otros que son mucho menos claros de abajo a arriba. ¿Por qué? Porque no hay ninguna circunstancia que traslade ese efecto hacia arriba. El efecto hacia abajo es lógico, lo traslada el agua. Entonces, muchas cosas, la erosión, la deforestación, las partes altas, tienen efectos sobre las partes bajas, pero lo contrario no es muy evidente. Es más, no es evidente desde un punto de vista.
No sé qué tú la chacas, no tú la chacas, hay chichajane, tú. Y que vía que cabe de aquí, eso ni uno que acone, ataca. Kuyi na kai que kuya, bueno, en su naque, tal vez guacho, je reviens de que, arena, je reviens de. Ay, no tu je kuyi que chagasha, y que tú, ni caja no kai que ya, kaga. Wa japan wa kajanya american, Shachiradi na kanamado. Vamos aquí, a ver, Gamigan, me le acabamos de chanchir de que.
Bueno, pero no explicó en qué forma ocurre. Es decir, la conexión de las lagunas de arriba a las de abajo es obvia. El agua corre hacia abajo y el agua lleva cosas. Pero, ¿qué lleva las cosas de vuelta de las lagunas de abajo a las de arriba?
Bueno, fue sin que van, fue. Ay, güey, había pana, hay que guanana, había pana, ¿cómo de tu no callado no? Una gente es Messi. Saki nazi na laki. Mi hanzi geigaha. Ni khada zeguha, mi hanzi ni ranki, hay huerdo. Mi hanzi zeni ranki, ni hay aleng tunkaki, mi hanzi jini, ni zabi ratocha, hay haba kijuka, huya hawa. Shenta abuje baka abuje gatse ijogen hai ni ranki hai sopak panu kani ranki atami mian kageiga shaka habaki juk kaiga haine alen kaiga awoga no gini china dini ke he ki mijel no hanak boni no ge e hui gura kaka gitin gaimi kahui je kabaka hui ji tuba gitingo gucha zengar de gejak
Nel de geles na angwakte. Nas na de tunsh ma tunsh nich. Zela jagon nak. 그거 시우다마 가프다 자마 그자 마시키 나슨 아이 그거 자해 증가하냐 저 사이누카 아이 칼다 고이자 차키 무지개 바 자자 두다샤키 이제 무지개 바 행
신앙 날진 하이 사이주에 아이 행사 해카 니보에 자지모에 هي خيشان نقاع هي خيشان نقاع هي شي سانكدا إنهم كانوا يتشقى أي سوبر باكوي أبا نيسوني حتى دوبا بعدين شوها أبا نيسوني نغدا هنيو تشهابا رغبتنك هي جيجاواتشي Ngwenye kumpanya kasra kiakwa eka hukudo kiakwa wango tohanki yahe iza eka bukhani chakaba hani suni sopa haya bakwe ni watema bakwe haba hanan dula shika bakwa de fangas hani kawanki ni aksha ngwe khani ka kangwa no alang bedegede hen mi ben ko kahnya bocek sema to hen ang nay kami ben ko ay ahi haba agi sa panan ba wen kana hen mayan yi khan ay nay hata nyarakс ha ni khan gunan ni khawane ya he ki alusani ne he henan alusani ne henan asanji ne zananak asanji ne kanan gojeznak ya bocek hiyanat ani hin panane bocek hikiga ay gang bocek na nakwale
وخماي نانيكي قولما دولجيش ميتشيخ ناسنكي هانيوم بنا دولجيش غتشيخ نوغانا هاي قيق بقاي باي نوغ يتشيخ لقاكي هانيو غانغ غتشيخ شولاما ايني هابانا دولجيش شيهي خلوق
ونحن هنا نجم لقى قيتوا إيش قادنا كبقنا هنا نجم خنا هنا نجم لقى كيتشو نغزي ونحن كجمع إليس أكيد إمام قادي توهكين نغزي كيتشو نغزي
هذا سنيك لا خيبك شنكين لا تشرب نجد زخير لا ينفع حاسة من أيه وجدني أتوقع تكون كمان وتقعد دوجي خلوه خلنا ناس أكيد نعم كان وخا سنتش بتاعها هي هو يجي ما قصي أكيد شيء قصي وخا خليك يا بس أبغى خليه خليه
يديلو كنان نوقرني أي سوما ساي نغني وقهنا نازل كنا ذاك هاي هي إنا خلينا هي خلينا أي كي يجوا خزيكوا هي ناخذ أي خلقة إين دولاشين خلقة إيخا سنيجا خلقة أرواتش خلقة نوي هو نوقة أي خطة هاي مياقات دولاش تغي خطة دولاشا نجني خزيقة نقصوزة أولك هاي نجي كوكوا هذا هاني خي هنا هو اسكو خجاء أي خجاء
ساكي أي ميكبيا كنا لكي Ai zuqabalat zagana uni hubaleti mawalde migabiak. Ave nuqama qoziraki huzi mayate piaba migabiapana shqagakwe. Aini magazahecha guapanejan Eizo aluna muleto guiaba migabeina. Casa huaba ztana ainuja ijik ztu azheita guaco. Eja azheita makochiga ganuja uni ztu guchiga kai guino y chengsha shibala manakusha guin guaco uni ztu guasunze. Eikimi halege togechiga gakwa aituhin jawa zana na migahon gwajini ni aiga mahauhadziraya na legale. Saimon teize ge chigarna ni ha mia tune na zaka aina hauha. Ay katoini mahulok sa gwehanki seikugwa sahanga ba sumimi ga hongo ziniki miawati eni mabe. Ay kimi haleishi eni joshinga magazahecha gotugochigarna ya. Gako isabi makodira yaga tiya nawa jawa heni kuhazi mnukama kodini jini na huwadeji magazahecha gotogakwe. Aini jini ay hubadaji nagazahacha gugale nale aini jini askaita wala charzna kanuse maninga nistunku naklegaki uba abu chigabanga uba najishanu ha nak gochiga aikigo to gochiga achaganu mama hai na yatai no ka tungo juga inale inki hi kiga tsine ngwe kha nan kapana chiga saki jini inki makako ine ubang na kan naklay
Well, this is the third night of our 2-day visit to the Siswama. We're not quite sure why we're still here. We needed to move on, and to do that, we needed mules and a helicopter. Mules to carry food and baggage, and a helicopter to carry the camera equipment. We got the mules. We didn't get the helicopter, and we don't know why. We have satellite phones, but they're not really working. All that we can do is receive text messages.
Why does your phone say it's 1728? Have you noticed that?
And so far, we have had 2. We believe they come from somewhere in the 21st century, but they are a bit mysterious. We got a text message this morning which said that the helicopter was about to take off. That was at 8:30 this morning. We waited, and we're still waiting. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Ahang nazun kajo nagasalguan guasin ke kohen nuabi kwai. Nabulo enye ki mungsinga ungu kalga mureto geha que a uchi yo ni nesu no kana tsuron. To sai mato. Enye akanga enye akuhangu hana shasha. To achipana panangomine hiki zaigarnu. Porque henye ni henye tanane enye yakbuna ne kizabatu. Enye tanane enye yakbuna ne kizabatu. No, bueno. Uche santamanta ay ni atuka tuhaneka atuka bukan manyakbuna ne. Henye yakbuna ne. Neche sankara nugan agate ki karbeziko. Doi mukoi hakte nugan agate ki karbeziko. Waktuake, ya sikigu hen to iya ajikane. Arin koyo hato ya. Hay kagaleni ne miyake kanagem. Ah, saya kata maklum dah. Angna ang kakut katung. Pak kaji hai aji katang na ustige kana tangka tu bana hai. Kaji na leji ne hai ni pakun kan lu abang kasih dak buat tu bal. Ya. No. Hanya kerja yang gua.
The Kogi say that damage at the bottom of the rivers, at the river mouths, affects the system up here. Do you believe that?
No creo, sé, porque todo lo que puedes hacer a un ecosistema arriba afecta el funcionamiento de abajo, y lo que funciona abajo también, como están actuando, afecta el funcionamiento de arriba. En este lago está cambiando la vegetación. Han sembrado especies de otros países, eucaliptos, cipreses, alrededor de la laguna. Esta vegetación evapora rápidamente el agua y afecta y compite con las especies de niebla. Estas nubes que llegan de las vertientes enfrían el agua y la condensan y escurre por los troncos y se acumulan en las rocas. Estas rocas son rocas madre, rocas de arenas que acumulan el agua como una esponja y sueltan esa agua abajo en las vertientes. Vemos que no solamente los ríos son entes muertos, son entes que están relacionándose con la fauna, con las aves, todo el proceso de dispersión de semillas, por ejemplo, se da de arriba abajo y de abajo arriba. También todo el tema de algunas especies que no sabemos por qué se encuentran arriba, como por ejemplo peces en las zonas de lagunas. Muchas veces se ha visto por trabajos que están asociados a migraciones de aves que llevan huevos de pescados en sus alas. Es por eso que en muchos países, por ejemplo como España, estas teorías han cambiado la forma de funcionar. Especialmente se están desarrollando trabajos para descanalizar los ríos que han sido canalizados en las partes bajas para mejorar el funcionamiento de los acuíferos en las partes altas.
It was beginning to fit together, and we'd had some good news. A world leader in marine biology had actually arrived on the coast to look at the sites and meet the mummers.
Well, one of the things that I'm very interested in is the way in which the Kogi view the natural world.
The Kogi talk in quite a mystical way about the connections between the sea, the rivers, the lakes, the land. I can't see how that makes sense to a scientist.
Well, it makes a huge amount of sense, particularly here on the northern coast of Colombia. The Kogi talk about threads between these systems. Effectively, those systems really are very strongly connected. All along this coast, the development has disrupted the flow of water from the land towards the sea. And this has caused big problems in the whole area. Because of the very high evaporation caused by the heat, you end up with very large quantities of salt in the ground, which often kills the vegetation. Along this stretch of coastline in Colombia, you almost have in microcosm what is happening elsewhere in the Caribbean and also elsewhere on the planet. They're viewed that all these activities are really having a serious impact at a larger scale are quite right.
Ve naz sugi game hin zabla chen hin ganga no wanga zabla chen hum wa ka tan che ki ge kwan nga khaga carbon ay ayo khani je ko agna ko ya pa ga pan.
hankali de
Esta operación hacemos nosotros, andamos guaqueando. Bueno, ya sacamos la olla esta, se le saca la tierra, así.
Un hueca zalguanga, bisaga zalguanga, zalguanga, kagaba, hanna. Kogi sahaba isha no khajang ate gwen hayna ekiga kone nqane kaga qawjin he guha mailig nuqak nabagisa han chaq zaga jaqa qotwa qaga washiki gwen
enterradas. No, para topar una prenda esa, ahí es que trabajar por lo menos 4, 5, 6 meses para de pronto topar una prenda esa. Y eso estando muy de buena para toparlo. Y si no, no topa nada. Saca por ahí pollitas y otras cosas, pero el oro es trabajoso ya. Pero para ellos sí representa mucho. Porque eso es de los antepasados de ellos. Los legítimos dueños de esas prendas son ellos. No son los particulares. Pero como todo en la vida es trabajo, uno la busca para poder sobrevivir.
Naski gitse amagay gitse tola chekton gakugay na qagab gwash ay gizan gakugay jan na chek ma ni kamalesh ama maqa ma gawm de jihi qagab gwash ke bayna na gane gutamil qashan wa jamil qada ay ki nas tola chek kuki gitse nen shanga kugay jan na bayn qahana na nagwe.
No, pues yo al mamo le diría que a nosotros pues que nos disculpe.
Ay min waq ay kiwaq akoznak akhanke hadi nahi hadi qagir je kwalinga ay qasnga khakuje kwane nqana nalaqs twasalina أقاي اللين شامي هنجي أكيها هذا أكون قلقا نيجي تشقطان ميا جي قيا جي كل قصان ما نجي كو هنقول قلنا أسبوعنا ميجرنا.
Bueno, para mí, las guacamayas han dicho es por la destrucción de la naturaleza, que ya ellas no tienen a dónde sobrevivir, no tienen un paradero para llegar. Aquí hay un bosque para llegar, donde hayan semillas para ellas comer. Para mí es eso. Yo creo que por el asunto de la huaca no.
Hello, Alan. How are you?
Okay, fine. We've just managed to log on to Skype. You can hear us?
Yes, we can hear you, and please send my greetings from the Zoological Society of London.
نصدر لمخشخهم وبميلين قوي وانا انكي صاينا لندكي النباء لكن قانعين النباء حتى اجيت نقا وننغني كان ناوقا يكو خميلنا اوقا نقا تلققبا.
In conservation, we have a problem because we tend to conserve an area without much thought to the special places in a geological time scale. So for species, there are areas that are like a refuge, which through geologic time have been extremely important for them to survive. And on the short term, we may remove these areas, and there may be no big effect. But in the long term, through history, the species can't persist when those special zones have disappeared. So in many ways, we're looking for much the same thing, is to understand where exactly these special sites are. We have to better understand connectivity, and right now we have a very basic understanding of how things interact and affect each other. And I believe that this is essential for our future security, to understand these special sites, to ensure that they're conserved.
Jonathan,
yes.
I want to try moving the computer to another location while we continue talking, if that's all right. See if it works any better. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine.
The connection seems to be holding, and when I turn the computer around, you may be able to see the dolphins leaping, which are paying attention to this conversation, taking some degree of interest.
Well, it's an important one.
It is very extraordinary to hear that these kind of origin sites that the Indians are talking about make sense to you as well. This won't come as a surprise. It certainly comes as a surprise to me, and I think will come as a surprise to a lot of people.
I don't find it such a surprise, really, though. I mean, people living with nature understand a lot more about it, obviously, than a world that has become much and really disconnected from it. Living with nature, you realize that certain species have certain strongholds or certain refuge areas that are essential to them. They're telling us something from their experience, which we should easily recognize, but for some reason we find it very difficult. And I think it's very important to have that message. And they're the ones that are going to know these particular areas in the forest that will be important for the long-term survival of species. So I think we have much to learn from them.
The final estuary, the final place to lay the thread, Cienega Grande, the Great Lagoon.
Akan kajimuan de kudu pakuannya. Ucakina mkuai. Dia khasya panannya. Akan ki ayah dengan gede heka maya dengan kanannya. Ucaknya mencoba kaji pakuannya dengan tanya.
I think this really illustrates the Kogi concept of threads between different parts of this ecosystem.
Okay.
Kasa kajin shulama shi sai kajin zin kawashe gun. Gun ne kai ga haba haitu na kuce kanate. Nogana kai ga jiyo haitu na gun kal.
Gold does not decay.
Does not decay. Eswamas were dressed in gold.
Eswamas were dressed in gold. Now it is wealth.
Now it is wealth, and has all been plundered. This was the material bridge to life, vitalizing the water. The Eswamas are stripped. The water dries out. How will we live?
I thought the journey was over. But now the mamas took over the filming, simply saying that without hope, all this would be pointless.
Aglaya gatse, santamata gwani ay rubagi kaka ay nama gwanga, aduk kanaduk kangwakwe. Nis kaka nau kagwang na hangwakwe ga eka kalga, naguna na may hangki. Azkaitaki nadaki ikiga bakalga wonga
I thought this was the mamas' journey, and I would film what happened to them. But in fact, they were taking me on a journey. they see a possibility of hope if we listen.